everyone, it's Sharana from Parawait, and today I'm going to be reviewing WandaVision episode 5 on a very special episode. You guys, I was not ready. I wasn't ready. I'm still not ready. My mind is just like, you know what wasn't on my 2021 bingo card? What happened at the end of this episode? But let's go ahead and start from the beginning. I'm sorry that I missed last week. I didn't know that you guys really wanted me to do WandaVision episode recaps, so I will be on top of it going forward. But the episode opens up and we have our babies. Remember the babies that were born in episode 3, but they did not come to play with Wanda or Vision. They are not allowing their parents to sleep. I thought it was absolutely adorable when they had the kids, when they're like dancing with the babies. I thought it was so cute. I love the chemistry between Paul and Elizabeth. They're doing some of the best acting. I really hope that they get nominated for Emmys for the series, but we know how disrespectful people are to comic book shows, comic book movies, and now comic book TV shows as well. But we see that, you know, Wanda said, I have had enough. These kids will be quiet. They will not stop crying. I need peace in my life. And what does she try to do? She tries to use the power on the babies to get them to be quiet, but the babies wasn't having it. They said, Mama, I came from you, and Daddy, you can't do that mess with us. But I was like, girl, I felt like that was wrong to do that to your kids. But I'm sure if every parent who had to deal with crying babies, I'm sure if they had powers, they would have did the same thing too. So I was like, sis, I'm not even mad at you for trying to do that. But things get a little bit weird. So Agnes pops up just because she just always pops up at the right time. Vision kind of side-eyed her like, Beach, how do you keep showing up at the right time every single time? Like, did you plant or bug our house? What is happening? But I was like, Vision, yes, stick with that and keep delving deeper so you can understand what is actually happening to you. But things get even weirder when Agnes is like, she was like, do you want me to take it from the top? And I was like, what? Like it never stop? I'm sorry. I was thinking the cha-cha slide. Sorry. But I was just like, Agnes, sis, what is you doing right now? And then Wanda looking at her like this, and then I'm looking at Agnes like this, and then Vision looking like, what is happening? So things get weird, but then, you know, Wanda basically plays it off. They get back into the laugh track. We're back in the TV show reality. But Vision was like, oh hell no, wait a minute, let's roll that back real quick. Wanda, did you just see what she just did? Like, you didn't think that was weird? And I was like, yeah, like, how you finna play this off? I was really confused, but things, you know, it works. I love the comedic interruptions that Agnes is doing while Vision is having this like moment of concern with Wanda, which is just, Katherine Hahn is just so fantastic on the show. I absolutely love her. But, you know, he gets sidetracked because, you know what? Them babies stopped crying. And not only did they stop crying, the babies then aged up yet again. And I said, you know what? As much as I love my godchildren, I love them to pieces, especially when they were babies. I said, if there was ever a time to age up, who wants to be feeding people bottles? Who wants to be waking up in the middle of the night? I wasn't mad at them kids for aging up at all, but the way that Wanda was lying in this episode trying to lie to Vision, I was like, sis, are you gaslighting Vision? Like, what are you doing? You trying to make Vision act like he going crazy or something? Like you not doing nothing? I was like, Wanda, I'm trying to be on your side, honey, but you are not making it easy throughout the course of this episode. But it's the theme song for me. The theme song took me out. It was giving me Family Tie vibes, but also too Growing Pain vibes, which is like a show that I loved back in the day, only because I found out in the later episodes that Leonardo DiCaprio used to be on it, but it was still a good show. It was giving me that, and I love the homage that they paid to Full House at the end of the theme song when they're out when they're out having a picnic at the end of the theme song. I was like, okay, look at y'all paying homage to all my TV shows. I didn't really watch Family Ties, but Growing Pains and Full House, I was here for. But it was the baby picture of Vision. It was really the picture when he was writing on the chalkboard. I said, now y'all know Vision wasn't alive when he was the baby. Like, what? I was like, what are we doing? And then did y'all call him Jarvis? Y'all should have had like, hello, my name was Jarvis, like name tag on him or something. But that's besides the point. But we see that, you know, Monica is currently being tested. They're trying to run these labs on her, but they can't, everything has come back inconclusive because there's something that has happened to her when she was in the Hex. That wasn't my term, that was their term for it. So they're trying to figure out what is going on, but her raggedy boss Hayward is trying to paint Wanda like she is some type of terrorist, and I was highly confused, and I was happy that everybody was trying to come to her defense, and even Monica was like, no, that's not what I said. You taking my words out of context. I said that this is how I felt the grief okay? I was scared. I was screaming. I felt Wanda's grief, okay? That's why I was in pain. But you sitting up here trying to twist my words, Hayward, trying to make it seem like she's a terrorist or something. She said she ain't bothering nobody. She not bothering nobody. You know what's up. And so I was like, even though he showed the video of Wanda going to steal Vision's dead corpse, I was like, I feel like this not real. But then I was like, I mean, if Thanos killed my man and I knew there was a way I could try to bring him back, yeah, I'm gonna go steal his corpse. I wasn't even mad at her. But I just felt like, Hayward, you are mad disrespectful. Like he was working my nerves. But it was a good question. How was Wanda able to actually bring Vision back without the Mind Stone? That is just like, that was the question of the hour. I was just trying to figure out what was actually happening. But it was too many questions. It was too many questions coming up. It was too many answers that were about to be revealed. So of course we had to come back to the TV show with the babies. And they were so adorable with the dog. I was just like, just give them the dog. Just give them the dog, okay? I don't even want my kids to have pets because I'm still traumatized from my dog dying. But just go ahead and give them the dog. I'm okay with Sparky, but the way that Agnes came with this dog house and Vision looking at her crazy again, I was like, Wanda, you got to do something. You got to make another nosy neighbor something, because the way that Vision is looking at Agnes, it's not about to work out for you, sweetie. So they try to tell the kids, y'all can't have a dog until they 10. And before they can even finish the sentence, the kid was like, oh, 10? Bet. And then they aged up again. I was like, you know what? You only have yourselves to blame for that. You knew them kids was aging up. And I don't understand. I would have said, go ahead and turn 21. Get out of my house. I'm tired of paying for y'all. And there's only been one episode. So we see that Vision gets upset because Wanda is very careless and she uses her powers in front of Agnes. But Wanda had a point. She was like, sir, if she didn't realize these dang old kids then grew from just not even being a concept to having them in my stomach to having babies to 5 to 10, I mean, she ain't gonna notice a dog collar. Like, I was like, well, you know, I mean, Vision, I'm on your side. But Wanda had a point. So he gets upset and he was just like, what are you not telling me? Like, what is happening? And then we see that he ends up going to work. But before that, I just want to say that I am very happy that Monica had to let you guys know that Wanda could have took Thanos out by herself, okay? That was the whole point of the joke that happened, where Okoye was like, bitch, you been sitting up in the towers this whole time? Like, you could have, like, we didn't have to do all of this? We didn't have to do all of this? What do you mean? So I was happy that she put some respect on Wanda's name, because then when they were trying to be like, how is she even this powerful? I was just like, what y'all not gonna do is disrespect Wanda on her own TV show. I know I know that's not happening right now, that you're gonna try to disrespect her on her own television show. So basically, we see a little bit of shade thrown, okay? So when they were like, well, what about Captain Marvel? And then, you know, the way that Monica changed the subject so quickly, sweetie, I was like, sis, why is Captain Marvel a trigger for you? What she do to your mama, okay? Or are you mad because your mama being Captain Marvel, did that do something? I just need the answer, sis, because I feel like that was a trigger. That was a trigger for you, because the way that you changed that subject so easily, so swiftly, I was just like, sis, give me the deets. What's the tea? I need the tea now. But that's besides the point. They come up with this plan to essentially they basically take a drone in from the 80s, because if it's during that time period, then she can't manipulate it. So they take the drone in, but then her raggedy boss Hayward don't tell her that he had a missile attached. Tried to kill her, okay? Tried to kill her, which also, this is why, let me tell you why Hayward disrespectful. Because if he wasn't being disrespectful with that missile, okay, then Sparky wouldn't have got out the house. And then Sparky wouldn't have ended up in Agnes's bushes. And for a moment, I really thought that Agnes was finna get killed, because Agnes was looking shook and I was looking shook. I was like, oh snap, Sparky done died in your bushes. I was just like, girl, she finna kill you. You need to run, sis. But I guess because the kids was there and she didn't want to commit no violent acts in front of her children, Agnes was able to live for another day. I was like, sis, that was a really close one. You can't be messing up like this no more. You just can't do it, Agnes. So they end up, they they sad, I'm sad. I had to take a moment, but I love the talks that happened when they were like, "Mommy, just bring them back," or even when the kids thought that Vision, because she made him go to work. I was like, "How you gonna make your husband go to work like this?" I was just like, disrespecting Wanda's doing this entire episode is just absolutely ridiculous. But when they thought that he wanted a distraction from them, I thought it was really cute how she talked to them and like how, you know, your family doesn't always get along, but you always love each other. And then when they asked her about her brother, I got sad for her, and I was just like, I love the family talks in this film, the little lessons that were learned. But back to this missile though. So they basically tried to shoot her in front of the kids. I was like, so y'all gonna kill their mama in front of them? Like after the daddy died saving all y'all raggedy behinds? Like this is what we about to do? Like this is what we gonna do on Wanda's television network? This was what we about to do? So, you know, she wasn't having it, and I wasn't having it either. So, baby, when she came out in her little Scarlet Witch outfit, and then this how I knew when they messed up. When she threw the missile back at them, she was like, "Is this yours?" And then, what did she say? When the accent came back. When the accent came back, and she said, I'm gonna give you one warning, baby. You do what you do over here and mind your business, and I'm gonna do what I gotta do and mind my business, and that's it. But when that accent came back, that was the moment I knew they had effed up in the world. That's when I knew that they effed up. And so Monica trying to be Captain Save-A-Ho and talk her down. I'm like, no, let her take Hayward out because this is ridiculous. And in front of your kids, okay? In front of the kids. Kids are off limits. You're not going to do something like that in front of my children. Like, what are you talking about? So she ended up trying to talk her down, but then Scarlet basically points all the guns to, Hayward raggedy behind, which they should have just took care of him because he been getting on my nerves the whole episode. And then she basically like goes back and she basically says like, it ain't nothing y'all can give me. I have what I want. I got my man. She should have brought it to like, he's mine. You might have had him once, but I got him all. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm getting sidetracked, y'all. So she ends up going back. But when we see that she goes back, they go to a commercial. And I felt really disrespected by this commercial. I'm going to tell y'all why. So in Lagos, you know, is when they were in Nigeria, they were in Africa, in Lagos. Sorry. They were in Africa and Lagos. And, you know, that's when Wanda like messed up when they was in the fight and she killed all these innocent civilians. And it really bothered her. And then I was just like, then when they basically said the tagline is like, some messes you don't, where is it? Because let me read it because I'm getting mad already trying to, thinking about this. So they basically end up doing this paper towel commercial called Lagos, right? Which is a reference back to the opening fight in Civil War. So essentially the tagline is, for when you make a mess you didn't mean to. And I was like, so y'all gonna do this joke during Black History Month? Y'all thought the joke was funny? Because I felt really disrespected by that scene in Civil War. And I was like, so y'all gonna come up here and just kill all these people and just go home? Like, okay, all right. Well, we made a mistake, guys. We made a mistake. Like, I don't understand. That's how the whole Civil War thing got started. But I didn't find it funny. I was like, who let this clear? Who cleared this? Because I was just like, this is really disrespectful. But that was probably just me. I'm probably the only one who caught it. You know, I was just like, you got to stay away. You got to stay woke. Got to stay woke, okay? Stay ready. So we see that when Vision comes back and he's basically saying like, hey, like I talked to Norman Work. I know exactly what is happening. And I do want to I can't even think of the actor's name who plays Norm, but basically when Vision like touched him, because Vision saw the sword transmission come through talking about the Maximoff anomaly, when he like basically got into his subconscious, Norm's subconscious, and how when he was like, you have to stop her, you have to stop her. And then when he touched him again and he quickly like changed back into his character, I was like, that was some good acting. I just wanted to give him a shout out for that. But basically he brings up to Wanda like, Beesh, what is happening? What is the Maximoff anomaly? Like, what's going on, sis? I need answers now. You've been playing with me, and now I need you to talk. I need you to spill the tea, give me the deets. What's going on? So she tries to change the subject, and he was like, people are in pain, Wanda. But what really took me out was the fact that she pulled the credits on him. When she made the TV credits come up, I said, ma'am, you are not going to be this disrespectful and pull the credits on him. That's the whole thing. I'm going to be like, when they get into her argument, I'll be like, pull the credits up on him. Walk away. So she tried to walk away, and he was like, no, homie, we finna talk about this. And so they end up getting into this argument. Then they start flying out. It's like, oh snap, they finna take each other out. We can't be doing domestic violence on Disney Plus. So I know this can't go the way that I think it's going. But she started flying. He was like, you're not listening. And then she like started flying. He was flying. They was screaming. I was just like, I'm shook because mommy and daddy fighting, and this is Disney, and I know they can't be hitting each other. So I was just like, y'all gonna have to calm it down a little bit. So I do want to say that that was Paul Bettany in this whole scene was just when he was talking about like, I'm scared. I don't know who I am. I don't know what happened to me before Westview. I felt that. I said, Paul, okay, y'all deserve nominations for this, but I hate even doing that. But they were killing it. And so essentially, you know, she basically just starts going off about how, do you know how difficult it is trying to get people to dentist appointments, got people going to work. He talking about, well, why ain't there no kids, sis? Like, you couldn't even build the whole world, right? How we the only people who got kids in this entire town? What is happening? But before they can even finish the argument of him trying to like tell her like, this isn't right, there's the doorbell. And so she was like, oh, so you think I did that? And I was like, well, sis, you responsible for all the other doorbells. And we know it ain't Agnes, because Agnes would have just walked up in your house without even ringing the doorbell, even opening it, with waiting for you to open the door. So when she opens the door, we see the hair, and we was like, it's Quicksilver. But then I was like, hold up, that's not his hair normally look. And I was like, oh snap, it's Evan Peters' Quicksilver. I was not ready. I'm still not ready. I'm still struggling. I'm still shook. I don't know what exactly is going on, but I mean, they said that this was going to go into the multiverse because this is supposed to transition us into the Doctor Strange movie, which is supposed to be about the multiverse. So I don't know what the heck is happening, what the conspiracy is, but all I know is I got X-Men Quicksilver and not the Marvel Quicksilver. So I'm shook, she's shook, Cat shook. They like, she done recast damn Quicksilver. I said, what a time to be alive. That was not on my 2021 bingo card, that Quicksilver was going to show up, or that was the Quicksilver that we was going to see. So yeah, mind blown. So yeah, those are like, this episode was crazy. It's great. It keeps getting better and better. The surprises, the reveals. I don't know if this was her Luke Skywalker reveal, but I mean, it has to be something more to this. Like, something more has to be coming because we have seen him. So I don't know what the hell is going on at this point, but I just know that I'm about to have an asthma attack because my heart is racing and just rethinking of everything that happened and transpired in this episode. So I'm gonna go breathe a little bit. I'm gonna just breathe a little bit because I just need to chill out, because now I'm thinking about that last scene and it's just too much. Okay, I'm gonna stop, y'all. I'm gonna stop. But those are my thoughts on WandaVision episode 5 on a very special episode. As always, my name is Sharona from Pair Waits. If you like what you saw today, make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe, share this video with your friends, and make sure you hit that notification bell. And I love you guys 3000. And until I see you again,